Hello amazing people, this is your favorite pro makeup girl and today I will show you how to contour like a pro even if you are a beginner. Yes, I will show you easy steps and techniques and I will even include a secret makeup tip. Hello beautiful people, this is Nika and you're watching Love for Beauty. I had a request from you guys to show you how to contour. It came from Brianna. Hi Brianna, if you're watching. So here I am for you with this video tutorial on how to contour for beginners. Woohoo! I will show you products, brushes, and techniques so you can learn how to contour fast, even if you are a beginner in makeup. After we're done with contouring, I will give you an extra makeup tip. So watch till the end of this video to find out what it is. I've done my makeup already. Let's dive into this tutorial. Number one, the products. First, I want to talk products. This is one of the most important things, especially when you're a beginner in makeup or you're not quite used to contouring yet. My first and biggest advice is use pressed powders in any form, any contour palette in a form of a pressed powder rather than creams will be a lot easier for you to use, a lot easier to apply, a lot easier to blend, and a lot easier to manipulate. Also, it is easier to correct if you make a mistake. I know I said a lot easier many times, but that is the point of this whole tutorial, so you can learn how to contour easy. When you're using creams, it takes a lot more technique. You have to know exactly where to place the product. You have to blend really well with the foundation. It takes longer to do that. It's a little harder to fix it if you go too far. And also if you've powdered already on top of it and kind of set it and then you realize you made a mistake, it's a lot harder to correct. So I would say master the pressed powders at first and then move on to the creams once you get better. I personally prefer pressed powders. I don't really use creams unless my clients insist. I just find the pressed powders a lot easier, a lot better, a lot faster, because at my job as a makeup artist, a lot of times I am on a time crunch, so I have to be really fast. And also I am a fan of more natural makeup, especially makeup for film and TV that I do a lot of tends to be on the more natural side. So pressed powders, pressed powders, pressed powders. I will be using this palette of pressed powders that comes from Makeup Forever. I chose these colors because those are the colors that I use the most at work. As you can tell, I have the lightest and the darkest. I can use them to powder my talent, but I can also use them to contour and highlight. Of course, I can mix them, so that gives me numerous variations of colors for the different skin tone complexions. You don't have to have a palette like this. There are many contour palettes coming from different brands on the market. Some have shimmer, some are more matte. Just pick whichever one you like and that will do the same job. The only thing that I would say is judge by your complexion. If you are a darker skin tone, you would want that palette to have more of the darker colors in the spectrum. And if you're more of a lighter skin tone, you would want that palette altogether to be lighter, because if you get colors that are too dark, it will be a lot harder for you to blend them. The makeup will be harsh for you altogether, especially if we're talking about natural makeup. If you need help choosing a palette, drop me a comment and I will help you out. For highlighting, you can use the lighter colors in your palette, or also you can use any of the Brightener sticks like this one that comes from Causemetics. It is a pretty cool thing. I will show you how to use this. Number two, the brushes. Okay, you absolutely cannot do good makeup without good brushes. That doesn't mean they have to be crazy expensive, just as long as the shape and the thickness of the brush are good so they can hold the product and apply it well, you are going to be fine. I will drop a few links down in the description below for you of different kinds of brushes and you can choose whichever one is affordable or whichever ones you like. The most important brush for contour is the angled brush. It is like a powder brush. You can actually use it for powder as well, but it's angled, okay? So you want it to be thick so it can hold product, and you want it to be angled, which will help you with the shape of your face and the way you want to go about contour. You would also want a smaller brush, maybe like this one. This is like an eyeshadow brush, but it's pointy. So this one will help you a lot if you want to highlight like the middle of the nose or above your eyebrows. You can also add a small eyeshadow brush like this one, but if you don't have it, this one will do the trick well enough. Okay, time to talk about technique. And I am about to demo it for you. First, you want to look at the face. The whole point of contour is not only to shape the face, but kind of correct the shapes where you want them or where you don't want them. If you have a pretty prominent forehead, you would want to contour close to the hair and blend down. I normally do that on everybody. The only thing is, if you have a more prominent forehead, you would want to go further down. If you have like a very kind of small distance between your eyebrows and your hair, then you only want to barely touch it into your roots, just so your makeup blends in, and don't do too much, because then your forehead will kind of disappear. If you have very prominent jawline right here and you would like to reduce the appearance of it, that means you're gonna want to contour, darken right over it and blend it really well. Like always, blend really well. You don't want any streaks or lines. You don't want it to be noticeable. You want to be the only one who knows that you've done that. Okay, let the makeup begin. I'm a pretty olive skin tone, even though I'm a little lighter now because it's winter here. So I will mix probably this color with this color and then this color. And the reason for that is these colors are a little more cooler than this one. This one's a little too warm, a little bit too orange, which is the reason why I don't want to be using it. If you're using a lot darker colors than your skin tone, you want to mix them with like the lighter colors so it's not a super harsh difference. I can also literally contour with just this color. See, like it's dark enough, but it's not going to be very noticeable. So I'm going to go with the little darker colors so you can see how it goes. I'm grabbing the brush. I'm going to start with the forehead. I always contour a little bit here just to blend the makeup and create that nice shape, just so my face doesn't look flat. So here I go. Okay, and you just want to go right into the hairline and blend that really well. See that gradient that I kind of created? It's already looking like really nice and smooth, and you make sure you really blend. And then you're going to come down to the sides. Never come too far in unless you have something to correct. Other than that, just go close to the hairline and just blend it in. Beautiful. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And see, our face here is already shaping really nicely. That's the magic of makeup. So the next important part is where you place your contour. You don't want it to be too high because this is where the blush goes, right? And then you don't want it to be too low because if you go too low, your cheek is gonna look droopy, okay? So you kind of want to place it right under the cheekbones and go all the way to the hairline. Okay, I'm dipping. You can shake the brush, which shakes off the extra powder. if you want to. And then you're gonna start here. And then you're gonna blend. So I prefer to start here because sometimes initially you have too much on your brush and you don't want to dump it right in the middle of your cheek. It might end up being too much. You might get scared. Then you're going to have to blend it. You might have to take it off. You might not be able to blend it. So you kind of start like right here, and then you're going to hold the brush this way towards your face. And then you're going to want to do circular motions to blend it. And then check, and if it doesn't seem blended, you're gonna blend more. And if you feel like the line is too harsh or too dark, you can dip just in the light color and then blend with that even more. Got it? So we're starting up towards the ear and we're going diagonal down the face. Imagine a heart in the middle of your face. That's the part that you want to keep light. So you don't want to come in too far here and you don't want to go down too far. So this is like a perfect placement right now. And then you just want to blend, blend, blend. Now let's do the same thing on the other side, which is a little bit of a challenge, but don't you worry. You've got this. If you're brand new to makeup and you've never done this before, watch this video a few times. Practice a few times. It's always nice to practice a few times in case it doesn't quite work out instantly, which most likely it won't if you've never done this before. You don't want to be like rushing out for a day and then you're freaking out. You have to like take it off. Your face is red. Let's avoid all that. You don't even have to do your makeup. I would say like you don't even have to put foundation on. Just grab your contour palette and work on the contour. Because you can still blend the contour even if there's no foundation underneath. Okay, let's do this on the other side. And see, now you're going to connect it with the one that we did here. You know how we came down right here? And then you're going to connect it by blending it. And see, I feel like it's a little too far down here. So I'm going to go into one of the lighter colors, dip in it, and then just kind of blend, blend, blend. See? Don't be scared. It's makeup. It's not gonna last forever. It's not a tattoo. If you mess it up, try to fix it. If you can't fix it, take it off, start over again. It's not the end of the world. You are amazing and you will master this very soon. I'm giving you the easiest way to do that. Great, so now that we're done with both sides and we blended well, we're gonna contour the both sides of the chin a tad. We'll do a little dip and we'll just go right here and right here. And that's all you need. See, you don't need too much here unless you feel like your chin is a little more prominent, and then you're gonna wanna go in a little more until you are happy with the result. But this for right now is enough for me. See how it's like blending with the rest of the face? Because otherwise, if you don't contour the chin, it's not gonna blend with the rest. It's gonna kind of stand out a little bit, and you don't want that. Next, you can contour right under your jawline so your jaw can pop a little. Like I said, if you have a more prominent jawline, you don't want to do that. But if you want this to pop, like I don't have a prominent jawline right here, so you can just dip again and you just go right here. Here we go. And then always make sure you blend it with the neck. See? I'm comparing. See, compare this side to this side. This is like a natural shadow from my face, but you know what I mean. See how this side just popped. And then you can do it sharper if you want it sharper. And make sure you blend. Okay, so when you look up, see, if you feel like this is way too dark, you can dip in the darker color and then mix it with more of the lighter color and blend it. And if your neck is still way too pale, you want to do a little more of the darker color and then still mix with the lighter color and go down more. Perfect. Great. Now, for the nose, you can either use one of those tiny brushes that we have, or what you can do is you can pinch the big brush that you have, dip it in the darker color and a little bit of the lighter color because the dark one is too dark. And then you can literally go down the nose. Just like that. See it? You're going to want to do the same thing on the other side. Here we go. A little bit on the bottom. And then, see, right now it's like way too much, in my opinion. So you can grab just a regular eyeshadow brush and you can just blend that in. See, it's not that scary. It blends right in. And if you still feel like it's too much, you can dip in like the lighter color and then blend it in. When you're contouring the nose, you don't want the dark color to go all the way down. You just want to blend it into like a lighter color. And if you want a little more definition than that, you can also grab a smaller brush, dip in the darker color, and kind of define wherever you want it to. I feel like that's too much, so you can take some away literally with your fingers, and then I use this brush again. Don't worry, if it feels like it's way too dark, just dip in the lighter color and just light it up, brighten it up. Okay, and then you can dip again, and then you can contour a little bit underneath. That's it. Perfect. And then blend it in. I'm okay with that. If you prefer, you can add more. You know, you can get the lines closer. I just don't like my nose to look super slim. So this is as far as I normally go. Be careful in the beginning. Make sure it's really blended. Number 4, most important thing about contour is blend, blend, blend. I feel like that's the key word in makeup in general, but especially in contour. You want everything to be very flowy, very smooth. You don't want harsh lines. You want it to look all natural, as if like, this is just your face. This is what you look like. I woke up like this. I personally would start with a lighter color and not do too much at first until you get better at the lines and at blending it. Now, time to show you highlight. You can grab the pointy eyeshadow brush that we talked about and dip it in the light colors in your palette. So I will use these two. So you want to go right the middle of the nose. And then above the eyebrows. And then you can do a little here on your cheeks if you feel like you need it. Keep that heart shape in the middle of your face lighter. That's what it's all about. And here we are. If you have one of those beautiful pressed powder shimmer highlighters, you can use the same brush. Just clean it up in the paper towel a little bit. It's not gonna be much coming off of it at this point. So you can dip this and then you can place that gently on your cheeks where your blush is supposed to go. You can do that after the blush as well. But now I want to show you how to do that easier with a highlighting stick, like this one from Causemetics. It's a lot easier to use. You can blend it with your fingers or with a brush, however you choose. Let me show you how this baby works. So you want to go right in the middle of the nose. It broke on me. How could you? You want to go right in the middle of your nose. And then you can blend it with your fingers. I prefer to blend with a brush. And then you can go above your eyebrows. And again, blend. See how it's like pretty harsh right now? You want to blend it in. Since this is a cream, it might be easier to blend with a concealer brush like this one. Just like this. Perfect. Sometimes the fluffy brush might blend too much of the illumination out, and you don't want that, unless you do. Okay. Very nice. I already put some white pencil underneath my eyebrows, but if I didn't, I can put some of this under there too. And then we went the middle of the nose. You can just do a little dot at the tip of your nose and then blend that in. You can also do right on your Cupid's bow and the lines above. Right here, right here. And then we'll blend that in. See that? Popped right here. Great. All right. So now, if you want to, you can place some right here on your cheeks. And then blend that in. Just like that. So you're gonna get that light glow. Mind you, my foundation is kind of illuminating, so my whole face is kind of glowing. I hope you see the difference when you're using this brightening stick. There we go. We're all glowy. And then you can use a little, like right in the middle of your chin. I like doing that, just so it can pop. And then of course blended. After you highlight your Cupid's bow, you want to put some lip balm over it. I'm using the Smith's Rosebud Salve. This stuff is amazing. I love it. It nourishes your lips so well and it makes them so beautifully sexy and shiny. Now, are you ready for the extra makeup tip? Here we go. I will show you how to do your blush right after you contour. I always use the same brush just because it makes blending so much easier. Why? Because it already has some of this product on it. A little secret that you just learned from your pro makeup artist girl. Hey! For my blush today, since we're doing a very glowy look, I'm going to use this bronzer from Youngblood. I really love it. A lot of times I even contour with it. I will contour with the dark color. I will highlight with the lighter one, and I will do my blush with kind of a mix of these two. I really love this one. It's so beautiful. It's so cool. It has 4 colors. But right now I'm going to just do the blush with it. So I will be using these 2 colors. So now, remember, using the same brush. If you feel like there's a lot of product on it, you can kind of dab it on a paper towel, but most likely you've already put all that product on your face. So we dip in the blush, and then you want to place it right above the contour that we did, and we want to blend it in with the contour. So right here. Perfect. See how easy that was to blend? And if you feel like you went too far, obviously you can still dip in the lighter color, you know, and fix anything that you feel like needs fixing. But I don't think you'll have too much issue with that, as long as you don't go too far in. You don't want the blush to go all the way to your nose, but also you don't want it to be all the way back here, because then you can't really see it from the front. So this is kind of the perfect placement. Let's do the other side. And you want to do the same thing, placing the brush this way and doing the circular motion. Blend, blend, blend. You can turn to the side and kind of blend it down the contour. Beautiful. There you have it. This is my pro makeup tip for the day. Blush. We are very glowy right now. I'm loving this look. There you have it. I hope this video was helpful in your makeup journey. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and let me know what you would like to see next. And of course, if you like this video and want to see more videos like this, support me by liking this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is up. Our YouTube dates are set here every Thursday at 5 p.m. Central and 3 p.m. Pacific. I'm so happy to be here for you and help you master all the makeup skills that you wish. So let me know what you would like to see next. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. And remember, go look in the mirror. You are beautiful. Yes, you are beautiful. Especially with this contour that you just learned how to do. So go practice and then go out with some friends. Now grab your makeup and your brushes and go practice. Call your girlfriends, have a girls' night, and teach them how to do that. Watch this video and do it all together. I have the Illumination CC cream from Causemetics on my face, the Big Ego eyebrow gel from Tarte. I powder with the silk powder from Tatcha. I have a little bit of rosebud salve from Smith's on my lips and a little bit of color from my NYX butter lipstick. I'm also wearing a mascara from Thrive Causemetics, and my concealer comes from Mercier. I will put the link of all these products in the description below.